Northview winning in 2012 and 2014. And then St. Francis once again in 2015 and again now in 2021. If you've been counting, that's 14 state championships in all for Northwest Ohio. And I think I'm safe in saying that no other sport in this area has had more success than our high school hockey team in winning state championships, and I'd include in that travel hockey teams at all levels as well. And so now, if you would, join with us as Father Rose, our school's president, Father Zodler, our team chaplain, and seniors from last year's team along with this year's team unveil our championship banner. Fathers, please do the honors. Gordy Hunt. His line mates, number 8, Jake Meyer. And number 12, John Jaros, and the rest of the Knights, who are coached by Chris Varga, assisted by Chris Dyer and Ryan Smith. And now, if you would, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. A few weeks ago, we honored our country and the veterans who served it. We're going to continue doing that this evening as we play our national anthem. Please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Thank you. Officials for this evening's contest, our linesmen is Michael Laws, our referees Justin Phillips and Ian Held.
Laos. That's the name, right? Laos. Laos. When they just about line up for the face-off.
And welcome to the first conference game for the Knights. Friday Night Hockey, Bowling Green Bobcats, and your host, St. Francis Knights on a banner championship raising night. Shot comes in from outside the blue line by Shear. Goaltender is going to hang on, and we'll get a whistle on a face-off coming up to his right. And Huffman loses that draw. Puck gets taken and shot out of the zone. No icing here. Racing back for it is Danker. They got 3 men to do the Bobcats. But Virgil Huffman able to get it back out to the point. Stolen away, though, by the Bobcats and chipped out by Henry Brzezinski. Puck coming back the other way. There's Huffman. Wraps around his man. Here's Meyer. Meyer had a streaking Zielinski right down the middle of the ice, but he couldn't hit him. And it's back to the play there. And he's going to have a penalty coming up here to Zach Stein for a cross-check as Smalley plays that puck. Not sure what he was doing there as he just stepped up on a man that wasn't even near the puck. So BG will be on the power play for 2 minutes here with 13:29 remaining in the first period. Dumped in there and knocked behind the net by Smalley. Ripped out back to the point and walked in. Shot taken by Smalley, and that one's going to go up high. Smalley's hunched over as if it might have caught him underneath. The neck
interference.
seems to be okay.
2 minutes each.
And face off. Punched away there, nicely there by Shear. Will Shear snuck through that face off, found the puck on his stick, and sent it down to kill at least 15 seconds. Here come the Bobcats. Up and over the line, dumps it in deep. And cleared right back out again by Shear. Shear doing all the work on this power play as Bobcats are unable to set up their go-to. Knights make a change on the backside. Hunt, Warzak, and Danker out on the ice now. Oh, nice interception there by Hunt to Defoe. As he gave it right over to the Bobcats, streaking, and there's a shot that goes wide. Like a slap shot, point blank, and the goaltender makes a nice save. Bobcats trying to settle it down on it, deflected there. Here's Castor, not looking at the net. He decides to shoot it, and he goes high and wide. Had more time than he knew. As the Bobcats, tough sequence here as they're finally able to get it out to center ice. There's Danker. Danker slides it to Wierzinski, who came in off the bench. Might have been too many men right there. There's a shot by Jaros that's 7 feet high. And the net's only 4 feet tall, so off the boards, played up to Jaros. Backhander right down the middle of the ice, but the Knights had to retreat. The defense step up on that, and they're going to have trouble. Here's Danker in his own zone, up to Jaros. Jaros kicks it, but it's going to be an icing as it makes its way all the way down the ice. And we'll have a face-off in the St. Francis end. From the face-off here, Knights trying to collect it, but it's sent right back down in low, and there is 23 in red, had a point-blank chance, and Smalley denied that. Bobcats still with the puck, centered right out in front, but hits the back of the net, and comes away to Virgil Huffman. Huffman over to Meyer. Meyer sends a long pass over to Shear. Shear's got 2 to beat. Hits the brakes. He's got Meyer down the middle, but he opts to shoot, goes off the chest protector, and it's going to be cleared out as Nancy falls down. Had an opportunity to take that one, get it right back into the zone. Wierzinski up and out of the zone to center ice, played here by the Bobcats, number 8. Back over to Danker. Danker over to Castor. Castor just out of his reach, and the Bobcats able to dump it back in. Danker first one there behind his own net. Runs a cross-ice pass for Zielinski, but way out of his range. And the Bobcats dump it right back in. Danker again, off the board. Off to Castor. Castor takes his little man down, who's having trouble collecting himself. Zielinski dumps it down and goes for a change. He's looking to try to hit Mancy. Mancy needs a breath of fresh air, and he gets off. Dumped in behind Smalley. Wrapped all the way back around for Evan Dudley, who fights his man off from intercepting that puck, and it's going to go all the way back down where Schick for Bowling Green takes it. And comes out to the point. Shot taken by Stein, deflected way wide by Shear. Shear finds it again. Puck still loose. And a rebound attempt is not in the vicinity. This puck's going to go all the way down. And it will be an icing. Draw. BG comes away with it. Here's a 2-on-1 against Warzak. He shoots. And net's going to be off. Great save sequence there by Smalley as he makes the first save. Kicked it right out to the Bowling Green. Streaking down the right-hand side. Crosses over the crease and spread eagle. Kicked the post. And net comes off, but the puck was going to be saved as the Bobcat winger just didn't get enough on it. If he lifts that puck, it might have a chance to go in. Danker all the way around to Cheddar. Cheddar tried to get it out, nothing doing. It's going to come right back down to Danker again. He's going to try the near side for his exit attempt. And Jaros, he's going to drop this one back again to Danker. Danker touching the puck a lot today. Here's Jaros. Kicks it up to Hunt. Hunt tried to play it off the boards, was able to do so, and goes around his man, but he's tied up a little bit. Brzezinski a little late getting into that zone. Cheddar takes a shot, and that one hits a leg in front and goes wide. Comes off to Jake Myers again. Knights trying to get one the old-fashioned way. Nitty-gritty and grind it. And this one should be an icing, and it will be. We'll keep the camera on this side of the ice. Just over 6 minutes remaining, first period. Two teams expected to be do fairly well in the Northwest Hockey Conference this year. There's Chris Meyer. Meyer taken down, gets right back up, tried to center it, but he threw it behind the net instead. Stein pinching down. There's a shot by Shear right on goal, and goaltender in red will make the save and freeze it. From the draw, puck sitting there lazily and taken now by Virgil Huffman. Drops it over to Warzak, switches positions with him. Oh, and it's scraping right there. It almost trickled right past the goaltender, but it went wide. Another one right out in front. That's a shot score by Huffman from Meyer. Knights are going to take a 1-0 lead. In the first period. Goal scored by Huffman on a nice one-timer pass there from Meyer. And face-off taken here by the Knights as Meyer has it. He gives it to Orzak, and Meyer's pass over to Orzak is intercepted.
Number 16, Virgil Huffman. Assist number 10, Chris Meyer. Assist number 4, Kyle Orzak.
So Warzak with the secondary assist. We knew Meyer and Huffman. Oh, and a defenseman falls down. Here comes Huffman again. Huffman with nobody in front. He shoots, and that one's going to be fought off. Covered up by the goaltender as the rest of the Knights are going off for a change. No rebound to be had. From the draw, shot taken. Tried to get through traffic, but it went wide. Deflected off the body. There's Wierzinski. Sends one high. And Zielinski's down there trying to do something with it. Here's Joey Manson on his man. Bobcats able to get it out of the zone, but it's kicked right back to them at their blue line. We have an interference penalty coming up to Henry Wierzinski as he checked his man at the blue line. And he wasn't even near the puck. So Wierzinski to the box. And 4:57 remaining in this first period. So we'll see what the Knights do here. As BG on their third power play. And coming out of the zone is Shear. Able to get it to the center ice stripe and backhands it down low. Knights steal another one, but they can't make it into the zone as Shear was late getting out. Otherwise, Hunt has a breakaway there. BG trying to get this puck to their center point man. Stolen away. It's going to be cleared out here, hopefully by Stein, and he's able to get it right over the blue line, right to center ice. Not enough for the Knights to change. See if he gets it this time. This time he's able to knock it all the way down the ice. Into the BG end. Knights able to change the other three. Huffman, Myers, Meyer, and Danker on the ice. We have two Meyer for the Knights. Here's Chris Meyer, singular. There's Jake Myers, plural. Fighting with his man. BG dumps it back into their own zone. Nice play there by Jake Myers to stifle his man's progress. And way over the line is 21 in red. I don't think he knows what offsides is, and neither do the referees. Umpires on this one. Referees missed that one badly as he was 10 feet in the zone. That would be Michael Laus, the linesman. And that puck's going to go up into the netting. We've got a whistle and a stoppage with 26 remaining on the power play. 3:22 left there in the first period. Quick save there by Smalley from the faceoff. Another one. Right to Smalley, still loose, kicked around. Finally it finds its way to the center section of Smalley. He's able to put his trapper over that and freeze it. And we have 16 seconds remaining. Knight's able to punch this one back out. Here's Shear again, trying to go around his man. Shear finds it on the other side, takes a shot. Oh, and he just missed that one wide. Puck crept along. Mancy stole it away, but it was kicked away from him by Shear. BG able to dump that one in. Coming the other way is Danker, trying to catch him in a change. Making moves at the blue line. He shoots. That one's pad saved away. It's going to be knocked out of the zone by the defense in red. Comes over to Danker. Danker pulls it back, resets, finds Brzezinski. And he passes it to the team in the other jersey, picked up here by Zielinski. Zielinski fights off a check, centers it, but it gets knocked down as it was on its way to Jake Myers. Wrapped all the way around the boards. Nobody over there. Let's see if he can hold it in. Yes, Hunt able to hold that one in. And the Knights will complete a change on the backside. Here comes BG. Oh, to center ice. Here's Jaros. He's got two guys in front of him. He's got Jake Myers with him. He's going to go around one. Backhander, and that hits the stick of the goaltender and ends up 20 feet in the air. Comes right back down. Big check by Jaros behind the net. Stepping down is Stein. Gives it over to Jaros. He walks it out in front. He shoots, and that's going to be a goal. Two to nothing Knights in the first period on a goal by Jaros. Jaros picked the corner on the Bowling Green goaltender. And BG trying to come the other way. There's Warzak at the blue line, fought off. Here comes the Bobcats. Oh, and a shot off the chest protector of Smalley. Another one coming in at him. He stands up and he gloves this one out of midair. He had a couple of opportunities. The Bobcats try to center one and just missed. 13-22. So Hunt will get the assist. Jaros will get the goal. Punched over is Hunt there coming off the ice. He's coming off under his own power. He should be okay. Knights gain possession after the face-off win by the Bobcats. Here's Meyer. Meyer's got just over a minute left. Walks it into the zone. Bad pass to Virgil Huff, and he had to backhand it, and he tried to get one on net, but it was sent in wide.
1 minute in the period.
And turning around with the puck here is Meyer. He's only got himself. He's going to wait for reinforcements and just shoot it into the trapper of the goaltender, who was missing a stick at the time. So Knight's doing a good job with the line changes, keeping fresh bodies on the ice. Puck sitting there in the face-off. Quick shot taken there by Zielinski. Stick save made, and Zielinski still fighting for the puck behind the net. Finds it on his stick. Loses his balance. And almost his helmet, gets right back up. Finds the puck, though. And it dribbles its way over to the Bobcats. Oh, but stolen away on the backside by Joey Mancy. Zielinski's fallen down on the backside. Nobody knows who checked him, but he got right back up, tried to punch that puck deep, and he's going to go off for a change. Coming on the ice is Hunt. Good to see Hunt back there. 7 seconds remain in the period. And time's going to run out here in the first with a score. Your Knights on top, 1-0. We'll be back after an ice cut.
free.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? And we are back for the second period. Face off at center ice. 5-on-5 hockey, 15 minutes on the clock. Knights up 2-0. And the Knights win the puck. Back to Orzak, dragging it back in his own zone. Up to Jaros. Jaros fanned on that, but he finds it on the other side. Here's a quick 2-on-1. He's going to slide it over, but he fanned on that as it hit a water puddle coming back the other way of the BG Bobcats. Orzak trying to get back. That's a shot off the shoulder of Smalley up into the netting. Great save there. As what went from being a Knights 3-on-1 almost to a BG Bobcat 2-on-1 in a matter of 5 seconds. And there's a face-off. Shot taken on Smalley, and that one's going to go in as it got through his padding and found its way bouncing in the crease. BG on the board. It bounced behind him, and it was jammed in by one of the Bobcats crashing the net. And Knights coming back out of this one, winning the face-off into the zone, centering attempt there, backhanded. And that was almost more of a shot as that one ended up into the netting off the stick of the BG goaltender, Sudlow. All the way back out to the point. And Werzinski sends it down the ground. Not hard enough as it was intercepted. And we're going to have a roughing penalty coming up.
Bowling Green scorer number 22, Cooper Feehan. Assist number 19, Nick Powers. Feehan from Powers, time to score 24 seconds in the second period.
So Knights back to the box. Fourth power play for the BG Bobcats with Shear going there for a roughing penalty. Just 39 seconds into the second period. Face-off won by the Bobcats, out to the point. Drop it down low, and his man falls down, but Bobcats sitting right there. Puck still rolling around. Nice save there by Smalley, point blank. And it's going to bounce to the blue line, not out. There's a nice check there by Jake Myers. And the Bobcats have to retreat into their own zone.
St. Francis penalty, Myers, number 3, Will Shear, 2 minutes roughing. Shear, 2-minute minor roughing. Time of the penalty, 39 seconds.
Aaron pass by the Bowling Green Bobcats, send this one all the way down. Collected there by goaltender and ripped all the way around and out to center ice. Huffman let it go by him, and here come the Bobcats. Out to the blue line, not out. 23 in red, finds its way to Jaros. Jaros flips it up into the air. That one's going to make its way to the goaltender. BG coming out of their own zone. 23, Clausen. Gains the blue line. Takes a mini check there from Denker. And still with control of it are the Bobcats. Out to the point. There's a shot on goal. It's the blocker of Smalley over to Jaros. Jaros able to send this one down. 28 remaining on the power play for Bowling Green. Knights able to get 2 of their 4 men off. And Bobcats coming back. Dumping it in, and it comes over to Warzak, who is able to send this one up against the stick of 22 in red, and he will deflect that into the netting. We'll have a face-off outside of the Knights zone. So Knights with a little bit left to kill here. Bobcats able to get it in, though. There's Smalley with it. Leaves it for his man. Warzak late getting there. Oh, and Warzak plays it off the boards. That one's hopping, but it's knocked down at the blue line. Back to full strength are the Knights. Puck bouncing on Smalley, and that one's going to go in. Two pucks on Smalley that have been saved initially but squeezed through. That one ended up on its side with topspin, and it rolled right in over the line. So back to a 2-2 hockey game here. Here come the Cats the other way again. Brzezinski, first one back.
By number 8, Hayden Brzezinski. Assist number 12, Luke Johnson.
So far in this period, the Bobcats have taken control. And there's Danker. Over to Shear. Shear tried to flip it out. Comes over to the blue line, but not all the way over. And finally out. Here's Huffman. Move it up to Meyer. Meyer lost it in his skates. BG able to collect it. Meyer finds it again.
4:55.
Here's Huffman circling the wagons. Gives it over to Shear. Shear, bad pass to Danker, and that one's going to be taken there by the Bobcats and out of the zone, out to center ice. Danker gives it up to Huffman. Huffman has one to beat. He shoots, and that's knocked down by the goaltender, and he will get his rebound. And this Knights start off with a decent power play, controlling the puck. With that freeze, though, the Bobcats able to make a change of all 4 penalty killers. Knights win another key draw. Comes over to Shear. Shear shoots, and that's 4 feet over the net easily. One-timer. Here's Danker. Danker drops it over to Virgil Huffman. Huffman gave it over to Shear. That was such a hard pass. I don't think he was going to be able to do much with it as it was up in the air. And they're able to clear it. Smalley leaves it for Danker. Danker hides behind his own net. Tips it up to Hunt. Hunt makes his move around 2 guys. He's got plenty of Knights with him. He cuts it out in front, and that's going to hit the chest of the goaltender and go straight up. Not out. Now it is, as Danker has to retreat to get it. Gives it back over to Hunt. Hunt centers it. There's Jake Myers. Myers over the blue line. Cheddar, as they call him, gets it down into the near side corner, flips it around as the Bobcats are able to get this one up and over the blue line. There's Shear with it. Shear makes a move. He's onside, but he's not able to control the puck. Warzak has to retreat. 22 seconds remaining on the power play. Knights making a big change. Down the ice comes Meyer. Meyer. He's got a centering opportunity for Castor, but it was a little bit behind him. It's going to come up to the blue line. Warzak dumps it in. 9 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Comes over to Meyer. Meyer tucks it back down low to Jaros. Jaros lost it in his skates, and coming away with it, though, was Zielinski, and a shot off the padding of the goaltender straight up. And back down to Jaros. Jaros back over to Warzak, out to a wide open Castor who shoots. And bodies flying around in front of the goaltender there, but nothing doing. Back to Danker. Danker takes a shot. That goes way wide. Stepping down on it is Wrzinski, trying to hold his own. He gives it up to the Bobcat and comes back to the blue line. Here they come. As it'll be a one-on-one with Danker. There's a shot right across, as it was more of a pass. It just hopped on the winger coming down the side. There's a shot taken, and that's going to go behind the net. Tried to shoot it off the backside of Smalley, but he had that net pinned. That one's going to hit the rafters. We'll get a whistle as that one's knocked out of play. 7:13 remaining here in the second period. 2-2 your score. 2-0 after one period, and now 2-2 quickly into the second period. Bobcats scored 2 goals on initial saves by Smalley, but the puck squirted through his padding somehow, and both of them crossed over the line, and I'm not sure either one of them hit the back of the net. Here's Chris Meyer. Meyer over to Shear. Shear over the blue line. He takes a shot. That hits the goaltender's padding. It looked like it hit the netting, but they're going to play on. BG just able to get this one out as Knights have controlled the pace and the play for now. Stein completely whiffed on that check, and there's a shot. That one almost bounced right back out in front of Smalley. Instead, it's kicked right up there, and Bobcats still have it. Taken there and ripped around the backside. Bobcats now with control. Trying to walk it out in front of Smalley, taken though by Virgil Huffman. He's going to turn around. Trying to wheel it around to Shear. Shear gave it right back to Huffman. Way up in the air. Jarls couldn't do anything with it. He was trying to drop it back down. Instead, it makes its way to Wrzinski. Wrzinski looking to shoot, hopefully. Put one right in front of the goal, and it comes all the way around to Danker. Down low. There's Hunt. Hunt with it. Tries to go through the wall. First game that counts for the Knights, actually. 4 scrimmages prior to this. And Huffman, he won it, but he won it all the way out to the blue line. There's a centering pass up the middle. Oh, and the Knights tried to steal one there. They would have had numbers had they have been able to get that one. It's going to go down to Danker, though. Danker trying to fight off his man. And Chris Meyer, he'll drag this one back. Behind the net, rip it around. He's got Shear on the other side. Shear off of his skate right to the BG winger. And it goes over to Wrzinski. Wrzinski backhands it right to the winger in red. He sent one down in dangerous spot, and enough that it got the fans all in a tizzy. Chris Meyer able to send it over to the BG forwards. And they're going to find themselves with the puck. Here's Huffman. Huffman with one of the 2 goals tonight. This one's going to be way up in the air. And Shear has it. Fans going nuts here. And we're going to have an offsides called as tension's going high here. A little bit of pushing and shoving, hitting. So Knights are going to have 2, and BG's going to have 2 going to the box. Should remain 5-on-5 with 3:01 remaining in the period. From the draw, 5-on-5, as the Bobcats and the Knights each have 2 in the box.
Wrapping around. Number 21, Bowling Green, Red
the Bobcats looking to try to jam one home. They had plenty of opportunities. Knights are going to clear that one down. This should be for icing. We'll leave the camera on this side. And it will be. Meyer and Hunt, both with roughing penalties, 2 minutes each. And so they'll be due to come out of the box at 1:01 or the first whistle after. Knights win that draw over to Castor. Castor chips this one out. Castor has more time than he thinks with the puck. Here's Mancy. Great move to get it in the zone, but he lost it at the top of the circle. Had to retreat and get it back. It's kicking around, and BG able to get it up and out. This one's going to be all the way down. Let's see if Smalley has to play it. He does not. That'll go for an icing. 3 times tonight. Castor's had the puck on his stick and a lot more time than I think he knows he has, as he hasn't had much pressure. And Huffman wins that faceoff, gets it over to Danker. Danker able to hold it. Danker takes a shot. That just goes wide. Over to Shear. He tried to put one on net, but they fanned on that one, taken there by BG. Up to the near side half wall and out of the zone. Stolen away by Danker, given over to Shear. Shear at center ice. He hit the brakes, able to get it in at least over the blue line. Michael Laus, referee. Oh, and Dudley had a chance to score his first varsity goal, and he just put it right into the goaltender's stomach. Shot taken there by Wierzinski, but it's going to be gloved down by the goaltender for BG. A little different feel this year as the COVID restrictions have been lifted and the student section is bumping for the Knights. Here comes BG. Dumps it in. Warzak. First one there in white, but BG able to fight it off, and we're going to have a penalty coming up to the Knights on Eddie Flores. We'll see what the call is here, as he looks very confused, doesn't agree with the call. So Knights with 3 in the box. We'll wait and see what the call is on Flores. So Knights down another man here. And let's see if the Knights can do what they did in the first 4 power plays.
St. Francis is number 18, Eddie Flores, 2 minutes charging.
Charging the call. As Stein tried to get it out of the zone. He had an opportunity, but he missed it. Shot fought off by Smalley all the way to the far side corner. 45 seconds left. Pass right back out to the point by Jake Myers. Oh, and a nice save there, but it's loose right down in front, down low. And they're going to call it covered by Smalley as he was starting to look behind him. And Hunt and Meyer able to come out of the box with Winger and Loomis for BG. .34 seconds remaining. Clearing attempt by Meyer. He tried to give it to a streaker there. This time it's going to go down the length of the ice. This should end up being an icing. No, played by the goaltender. Oh, I'm sorry, it was they're on the power play. Hard to tell the way the Knights attacked that one there. Oh, and a shot from Huffman with 12 left is gloved down. We'll have a face-off to the left of the Bowling Green goaltender. face off enough to burn a little bit of clock. Here comes a 2-on-1 if they hurry. They got 3 seconds left. They're going to take a shot. That's going to whistle high and wide. That should do it for the period, and it will. So after 2, BG fights back to make it a 2-2 game. We'll be back after Zamboni ice cut. pushing and shoving and fighting. Just boys being boys. Luckily, the student section was interfering with our view, so he can say whatever he wants. Because there's, well, BCSN is here, so maybe not. If Chris wanted 13, he'd be 14. As we come back to start the third period, BG will be on the power play for 43 seconds. Knights have not let them get into their rhythm on the power play, so as Flores goes to the box. Huffman pushes it forward, and retreating to go get it is Will Shear. Shear should have passed that one back to his defense, in all honesty there, as they could have sent that one the length of the ice. Instead, stolen away by the Bobcats, point-blank shot, and kicked away by Warzak. Save made by Smalley. Warzak found it right in front of him. I believe that was his stick that got rid of it. Here's Stein. He sends it over to the BG near side wall. And Stein found it again and just backhands it around near side wall. Puck's bouncing around and power play over for BG.
St. Francis returns to full strength. The teams are skating even.
And Coach Dyer did not want that to go for an icing as the BG player attempted to play that puck. Comes out and weak shot in, knocked down by the foot of his man. Oh, and a beautiful save by the goaltender for BG as Knights had a 2-on-1. Beautiful pass from Jaros over to Myers. Myers was able to get a shot off, but he put it right into the chest of the BG goaltender. Dumped in on Smalley. He makes the save, and he's got bodies barreling in on him. He'll just freeze that one. Live to see another day. Back to the point. And there's a shot. That one goes wide. Smalley right out there. Was it kicked? It was punched back out. Oh, and a icing coming up here against BG as a pass out of the reach of Jaros. Goes the length of the ice. There's a shot. That one's going to be deflected off of the stick of Smalley and into the netting. We'll get a whistle again. And an errant pass by Castor behind Zielinski, but able to be sent into the zone by Warzak. BG trying to go down the middle of the ice. They're able to do so, and they'll punch it down low. Back behind Smalley. Stein able to rip it from his man, and Mancy trying to give help. But it's kicked around. Finally breaks free. BG with it. Out to the point. There's a quick slap shot. Doesn't get through. Hits the leg on its way. Here's Mancy. Tried to dipsy-do, and whacking at it is Stein. Another puck right there. Oh, and that one was snuck its way over to Smalley. And Smalley able to make the save as it never left the ice, but it was kind of a sneaky little shot. Over the blue line, taking off the play was number 19 in red. Right out in front. Oh, and it's kicked in. No goal. No goal called. And it appeared the Bobcat player tried to jam it in with his foot as he pushed Smalley into the net. They're pleading their case, but referee already called it no goal. 11:34 remains, 2-2 your score. So the puck will come out of the zone for the faceoff. Need to try to get a little bit of zone presence here, as they did in the beginning of the game. And let's see if they can get it right here. Oh, and Jaros had to touch up as he drifted into the zone, and Hunt would have come in there with a full head of steam. They'd have had numbers. And Hunt had it ripped from him, but he did intercept the centering attempt. Here's Jake Myers. Myers chips it around his man. Hangs out with his guy a little bit too long, and Jaros takes a check. Comes off of it. Here's Hunt. Hunt spins around, tried to get a shot off, but it's ripped from him, and we're going to have a tripping penalty coming up to Hunt. Hunt was tripped and then tripped somebody, but they're only going to get Hunt. Another power play for the Bobcats. Let's see if the Knights can fight this off, possibly even get a shorty. Face off one, though, by the Bobcats. A tip on net.
2 minutes.
Come back out to the point. Back around the backside. Coming over to Virgil Huffman. Huffman does the wise thing there, gets it to center ice and dumps it. Knights will change 3 of the 4. Danker trying to hold this one down. Pushed off the puck there. Shot taken there, given to Smalley, backhanded up the wall, just out of the reach of Jaros. It's going to come out to the point and sent back down low. There's Warzak battling for it. Between his feet, it's going to kick its way all the way around for Danker. Danker all the way to the point, but not out. Right down the middle, left it there for the winger. And ironically, his name is Ringer, but he shoots it right into the glove of Smalley. 53 seconds remaining on the power play here. Face off. Won by BG. Drop back down low, all the way to a Warzak. Warzak able to rip it, plays it up off the glass. That's going to get out of the zone. and taken by Shear. Shear with the speed, but just didn't play it far enough in front of him. 3-on-2 the other way on the power play here for BG. Left it out into no man's land. Shear's got it. He's just going to send this one down. Wisely kills some time and relieve some pressure, allowing the Knights to get a couple more bodies off the ice. Poked away and dropped down low. Meyer able to send this one up into the air, and he's going to put it on net. Played by the goaltender, left there for 9 in red, with 6 seconds remaining on the power play for BG. Power play is over.
St. Francis returns to full strength. Teams are skating even.
Oh, intercepted there by Hunt. Hunt looking to center it. Oh, and he had Myers right there in front. He tipped it just wide. Charos out to Danker. Danker holds the line, gives it over to Warzak. Warzak takes a shot, and that hits the post. That hit something and came back out. I'm not sure. Comes out to the point. Wierzinski, he shoots. That one's way wide. Here's Hunt trying to get to the corner for it there, and it's sent all the way down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing on BG. Face-off coming up in their end with 8.5 remaining in the period. There's Huffman. Lost it, but it's knocked down. Taken here now by BG, 2-on-2. Reinforcements coming. Sent up to Huffman. Huffman's trying to win the foot race. He's able to get to the puck. He does have Meyer streaking. Warzak tried to hold it in. He's able to dump it down low. Chris Meyer giving chase. Knights Dragon coming into the zone there a little bit. Meyer, careful not to take a penalty there. Here's a Warzak trying to get to this one. He's able to do that. Sends it around to Shear. Shear looking for a stretch pass over to Chris Meyer, but the angle just barely gets to him, and he's able to knock it in down low behind the netminder for Bowling Green. And taken there by Wierzinski, given up to his forward. Here's Zielinski, Sawyer Zielinski. Sending bodies flying out to the point and giving right up off the skate of Danker to the Bobcats. Bobcats going to be charged there with an icing with 7:01 remaining in the third period, excuse me. See if the Knights can take advantage of this zone presence here with Dudley, Flores, Meyer, Wierzinski, and Danker. Comes all the way out and around Wierzinski off a stanchion and right to Dudley. Dudley drops it back and out of the zone. And delayed offsides. Here comes Danker. Danker's got a little bit of time and space. He sends it over to Meyer. Meyer dumps it in with the backhand behind the goaltender. He shoves it back for his defenseman. Dudley takes a hard one, but there's Meyer. Meyer takes a shot. That's fought off into the corner. Dudley with it now. Everybody going after Dudley. Pulled away and sent over to Dudley. Dudley gave it up to Danker, but in his feet. Danker's going to have to give it back to Dudley. Dudley backhands it back down low. Danker takes a shot, and that wasn't anywhere near the goal. There's Danker again. Tried to give it down to Flores. Flores let it go underneath his skate. You got a delayed penalty coming up to the Bobcats. Right now, Knights have 6 skaters on. Out to the point. There's Danker. Danker shoots. Oh, and that one just trickled through the zone. Excuse me, through the blue paint as it was knocked down out of midair by a Bobcat. So 14 going to the box. Harris for the Bobcats with a rough. Let's see if the Knights can take advantage of the man advantage with 5:49 remaining in the third period. And they did the first part, which is win the faceoff. Over to Danker. Danker puts it over to Shear. Shear. Give and go right off the chest protector. Still loose. Kicked around. And whistle blown by the referee. But the puck was still bouncing around and loose. I don't know if he's saying that the post was off. I don't think it was, as it did not move when the goaltender tried to pull on it. But he sold it, if that's what he was trying to do. And another face-off win. Back to Danker. Danker's going to pull it off the wall. Head towards the center. Gives it over to Shear. Shear with it at the point. Walks down the middle, gives it to Danker. Danker back to Shear. Shear was looking to one-time that one. A little bit too much mustard on that. Comes over to Hunt. Hunt. And give it back up to Shear, and just out of his reach, he's able to keep it into the zone. There's Danker. Back out to Shear. Shear tried to shoot it. That's going to go in! Shear fanned on the first shot. And goaltender went down in his position thinking he shot it. And put a quick one right after the missed fanned-on shot. Put a quick one right up into the top of the netting. And I think the goaltender was a little bit fooled on that one. As my eyeballs were fooled, as I was tracking a puck to the net that wasn't there, as he had fanned on the first attempt. Quickly got his stick in position and ripped the next one right up over the goaltender. So, Knights up 3-2, and they need to keep the pressure on here.
St. Francis power play goal scored by number 3, Will Shear.
Another shot taken there from the point. Jaros slapped it to somebody. Out to Warzak. Over to Stein. Stein, he shoots. That one's deflected. Never made its way through. He's going to dump that back down low for Hunt. It's going to be just out of his reach. BG able to get to it. Knocked it out of the zone, and it's a foot race here for Meyer. Meyer overskated it. Drag it down and off the face mask. Puck is still sitting there, picked up by Jaros. Jaros trying to hit a long pass. This one is tipped by a BG player, but they're going to call it icing. It hit off the skate of the Bowling Green player on its way in, but a bit of a dangerous sequence as that one hit Smalley up high, just a touch. Was able to fight it off, and sneaking in there was Jaros to come and scrape it up while nobody was looking. BG wins that face-off all the way back around Smalley and to the near side corner. Knights able to get it over that blue line where BG has to retreat. They dump it in and taken by Danker. Just over 4 remaining in the third period. Danker out to out to Huffman. Huffman didn't know where it was. I didn't know where it was. Comes out to Danker again. Danker at the blue line. He loses this one. Way offsides is number 21. I don't think he knows what offsides is. I think we have to go back down to house hockey and relearn offsides. That's about the 4th time he's been offsides today by a landslide. Off the boards to Castor from Warzak. Castor's going to backhand it down, back over to the defense for BG. And that puck comes out of the zone. We'll have a delayed offsides as Mancy tries to razzle-dazzle. Luckily, Zielinski was there to knock his man down. Puck is still loose. Warzak comes up with a big hit. Zielinski able to clear the zone, and just in time. Here comes Castor. Big hit there on Stein as Stein goes down, and we're going to have a whistle. And a face-off coming back the other way. Off the draw, the puck's still sitting there loose. Backhanded down. Knights just trying to get it out of the zone. They're able to do that there. There's a shot that whistles high over. Goaltender Smalley. Oh, and that puck is still jerked loose. Rolling around. Nobody can get a stick on it. Smalley's down. He lost his stick. And that one's going to hit a stanchion nicely to get out of the zone, out to center ice. BG still has to touch up. That's going to come over to Hunt. Hunt. Center ice. Gets it down. Right down the middle. Here he comes. Looking for somebody to give it to. A little help on its way in the form of Jaros. And reinforcements from the bench. Here's Hunt again. He's going to still controlling it, but he finally lost it. And gets it back. It's pressed up against the boards. 3 BG Bobcats, and still coming away with it is Hunt. Hunt walks it right out in the middle. Still loose and finally covered up there by the goaltender for BG. Hunt down on the ice. A little slow to get up, but he's probably tired as he possessed the puck there for what felt like 30 seconds straight. 2:13 remaining in the third period. Knights on top 3-2. Keep an eye on that goalie, and we're going to have a timeout. BG. Coming back from the timeout. Knights to hold off for 2:13 as they have the lead, but BG will probably be pulling the goaltender here shortly. Up and out of the zone, almost. And it's in somebody's equipment, as nobody knows where it is. Must be on the bench, and it is on the bench of the Bowling Green Bobcats. 2:05 remains here in the third period. Knights out, and here comes Huffman, trying to steal it away from the defense. In red, Huffman on his horse. BG able to dump it in, empty net.